Well, Adam Smith once, you're supposed to worship him but not read him, but it's worth reading too. He once remarked somewhere that if you find two businessmen talking to each other, they're involved in a conspiracy against the public, something like that. And yeah, there's something to that, but it's not as though, I mean, you can read descriptions like what you're saying, incidentally, in the business press. So for example, in the Financial Times in London, which is like the main, the most important business newspaper in the world, a couple of years ago they had an article by the economics correspondent of the BBC, it's all very establishment stuff, in which he said that something like this, that what's evolving is what he called a de facto world government in a new imperial age. And the de facto world government is a set of shadowy institutions. I mean, they're there, you sort of know they're there, but you don't know what they're doing. Which basically serve the interests of transnational capital and financial institutions. And he said, for example, the G7, the 7 big rich countries, meaning just their executives, and their leadership. Nobody else knows what they're doing. The IMF, the World Bank, then the GATT Council, now it would be the World Trade Organization, and yeah, they get together and they're running a de facto world government. I think that's kind of a, it's kind of a metaphor. I mean, like, it's not that they get together somewhere and say, okay, here's what we're going to do. They do get together, but it's usually extremely boring. Like, if you were unfortunate enough to have gone to this Davos conference the other day, I'm sure you would have been bored out of your mind. I mean, I didn't go and I didn't see the document, but having read things like that, I do a lot of reading of this stuff. Like the Trilateral Commission is one of them, and they publish regular documents. It's so boring. I mean, after a couple of years, I stopped subscribing. It was so predictable and boring and pablum and so on and so forth. And besides, you can read it in Foreign Affairs or the New York Times business page or wherever you want any day.